just make sure it all works. Just test to make sure I have battery and everything. Yeah.
And you might have to tell them to stop when you start.
Yeah. When I come, I'll tell them to stop when I
Oh,
before.
just do it. Just let
Oh
them
yeah.
know.
I'll let you know. Perfect. Thank you. Hello, everybody. If there's anyone still outside, if we can direct them inside, I'll have a seat. And if we can, at this time, maybe silence our phones like I just did mine. I am very bossy. Okay, thanks everyone for being here. Good morning. So my name is Samir. I'm Holly's son-in-law. So this is the first time I've ever done something like this, so it's so please bear with me. I'm not going to be good at this, so just on behalf of the family, we want to extend our heartfelt thanks for being here. Michelle, Angelina, and Rebecca would not have been able to get through this today without your continued love and support. Your support during this very difficult and confusing time means the world to us, and as we come together to celebrate the life of Holly and Noykos. I'd like to start by bringing Holly into the room and by using her own words. So a lot of you may not know this, but everyone here, and it's very apparent that she touched so many people and she meant so much to so many people. And it inspired her to write an inspirational note to herself that we were so blessed to have discovered on her phone after she passed. So I'd like to read Holly's own words today, so she's here with us in spirit. My inspiration comes from many places. I've learned that everything around me is a gift, and I try and see the beauty in all things. My inspirations are my failures. My inspirations are my worst times. My inspirations are the friends who have been through hell, things just like me, and friends who've overcome so much. My friends who have millions, and my friends on government assistance. I listen, I learn, I pay attention, and I've talked to my friends in happy marriages, or when my people are doing life in prison. I find inspiration on social media, in books. Have you ever read Paul, or Robert Greene, or Proverbs? There's so much wisdom out there. I'm blessed, as are you, to have so many people and opportunities to learn around us. I'm not the smartest person, but one thing I do know is in the big picture, I really don't know why it takes almost our entire lives before we learn. But I know one thing is certain: God is real. Stay inspired and stay humble. I'm a woman, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother. I am one of the realest persons you'll know. I have lost in the game of life many times. People have hard times with truth and real people. I'm a loser and I'm a winner. I'm a role model. I'm on a quest for knowledge, and I find my inspiration through my peers, their successes and their failures. I don't even like using the word failure, because if your mind is right, you will understand there really is no such thing. Here's some advice. Make friends with the people who are completely opposite of you. Admit when you're wrong. Ask a million questions. Read books. Make your weakness your strength. And do self-reflection. Take personal inventory of your life. Stay inspired. Do good. Make your loved ones proud of you. Tell the people that love you that you're loved. Life is a challenging journey, but the moment you lose motivation or you drive your thirst of knowledge, you might as well pack it up. On December 22nd, 1963, Holly entered the world. She grew up in Daly City, where she made friends that remain close to this very day. And that's obviously very evident by the amount of people from various parts of California that have come to pay their respects. She had 3 beautiful daughters, and they instantly became her purpose. She raised them, mentored them, and protected them with a passion second to nothing. Whether it was staying late in the salon to make extra cash for homecoming dresses, or to make sure the bottom of the Christmas tree was stuffed, she did everything for her girls. They were and are her world. Until, of course, the grandbabies came. And if everyone knows Holly, you know her grandbabies. Holly was a grandmother, Noni, to 9 grandchildren, and she doted on them day and night. If you ask her daughters and grandchildren to describe Holly in one word, that word would be selfless. She didn't just give her family love, she gave them her soul. Holly's love for her family was obsessive. It consumed her. She once described it as the air she breathed. Proof of this is if you ever visited her in her apartment, her kitchen and her living room walls are adorned with all the pictures of her family. There's not a piece of drywall in sight. And of course, to her friends, she was selfless as well. Her friends described her as a great listener. She'd be there to listen when they wanted to vent, cry, or yell. Holly was empathetic and willing and allowed others to offload their stresses if it meant lessening their own burden. So that's all I have to say. Is a babbling idiot, so I apologize. Allie, did you want to read a poem? You don't want to do it? You want to wait a little bit? So as you know, this is all family. This is not going to be a formal thing. At this time, I'd like to invite anyone who would like to say any words or share anything with anyone. You're more than welcome to come up and say your piece. And don't be bashful. Please.
All right, just give me a second. For those that don't know me, I'm Angelo. It's a lot harder than I thought. Holly and the girls, we all grew up together as far back as I can remember. Holly always was there and took care of us like we were her own kids. She was the only person that ever truly made me feel like I wasn't a burden to have to look after as a kid. Always felt welcome in her house, and she was always there. When our son was diagnosed with cancer, she was by his bedside with us, and at the time, it was hard to express how much that meant because we were so distraught going through it, but she knew that's why she was there. She knew what it meant to us to have her there by our side, and just wanted to express how much I love her and I want to miss her. And
Anyone else? Come on up, please.
I'm so sorry. Hi, my name is Christina, and my mom and I actually met Holly at Paul Mitchell. She was our teacher, and fell in love with her right away. She was the only teacher who taught me in a way that I could understand, and we fell in love with her, and we're inseparable through the whole time at school. And then right after, my daughter actually fought cancer when she was 5, and Holly came in and she prayed over my daughter, and we seen miracles happen, and just so powerful. And so through all these years, we've talked, and she's always been there, prayed over our family. My mom couldn't be here because I have an autistic son, and she sends her love and wishes. But yeah, she always was there. She's always been there. I'm so sorry for everybody's loss. It's been a hard couple of weeks for our family, and yeah, I can't say. I'm nervous. Sorry, I apologize. But yeah, she was like my second mom, basically. Just always there. Prayed over my daughter, prayed over me when I needed it really bad, my son. And yeah, I just wanted to tell everybody how much she means to me, to our family as well. And I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry. And I haven't gone to meet you yet.
Good.
Okay. My name is Christy. Michelle and Rebecca and Angelina are my cousins. Holly was my favorite aunt, almost my only aunt. I only had two. I wrote something for her. My Aunt Holly was a shining light in our lives of everyone she touched. Her beauty radiated from within, reflections of kindness and compassion that filled her heart. As a devoted mother, she would have moved the mountains for her daughters, instilling them in the values of strength, resilience, and love. Her grandkids adored her as she lavished them with affection and care. What I admire most about my Aunt Holly is that she navigated life's challenges with courage and determination. As an independent woman, she raised 3 beautiful daughters on her own, overcoming obstacles and strong, memorable steps each way. My Aunt Holly's faith was a cornerstone of her life. She guided her actions and decisions. Her love for God and her family was evident in everything she did. Her daughters, Michelle, Angelina, and Rebecca, she was a pillar of strength and source and of inspiration. To my Auntie Holly, to me, was more than just a relative. She was more of a source of love, support, and guidance. I know I'm not alone when I'm feeling this way. Her grandkids, her granddaughters, her grandson cherished her just as deeply as her legacy will live on through the countless lives she's touched. My Aunt Holly may be gone, but her memory will continue to inspire us for better visions of ourselves. Beauty, both inside and out, will remain enhanced in our hearts forever. May she rest in peace. And Michelle and Rebecca and Angelina, I love you guys. Stay strong like she knows she would want you to. And all the grandkids, she'll always be with you.
Good morning. Holly was my neighbor. And when we met, we just instantly bonded. And every time we see each other, we have beautiful conversations about God and the loving kindness. And we just would hug each other. And I saw her that Friday before she left us. And we had a beautiful conversation. And we hugged each other for longer, for some reason, than we usually do. I guess God did it because he knew that he was going to take her on to glory with him. But we talked about God. We talked about Native American history and the different books I had read. I shared it with her, like the Trail of Tears, and just we had just beautiful conversations. So there's a song that this is to Holly and her family. Now I have to be able to see it. Okay. If you give a little more than you take, and if you try to fix more than you break, if you're the kind who takes the time to help a stranger in the rain. There's a place for people like you. If you stand up for those down on their knees and lend a voice to those who cannot speak, if you shine a little light, give sight to the ones you know that lost their way, there's a place for people like you. I've heard up there the streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. I believe your days down here are through. There's a place up there for people like you. If you walk around with your heart on your sleeve, and if you try to be the change you want to see, if you lay down your life for love, for someone, so someone could be saved, there's a place for people like you. I've heard up there the streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there is a hand to hold. I believe when your days down here are through, there's a place up there for people like you. So all of us in this room know that she's with God. And that's the only thing that dried my tears today, because before I came here, I asked him to don't let me get up here and just have an ugly cry. So we know that death is a final word, but if we know that Christ died for us and he rose on the third day, that death is not final. So she's already with the Holy Creator, and she's always going to be with us, always smiling down on us. And when we have a little problem, sometimes she's going to be right there to get us through it. So we just have to stop using the word dead, because no grave can hold her body down, because she's already ascended. And she's happy, and she's free. No more pain. She's up there looking at colors that we have never seen before. So fly high, Holly. Continue to watch over all of us. And I love you. And I always will. You always be with me, because you're in my heart. And I didn't love you from the bottom of my heart. I loved you with my whole heart, because love doesn't come in pieces. Blessings to you. I love you.
Come up here. Hi, my name is Harold. I met Holly through church, and I think I was like 10 or 11 years old when I met her. And the way I met her was interesting. So we, it's church, it's after church, we're running around playing and all that other stuff. And I kind of bumped into her. She looked at me and looked at her, and I said, "I'm so sorry." She's like, "What's your name?" I said, "Harold." And she's like, my name's Holly. You're funny. It's like, I never talked to this lady before. Like, okay. I was like, "Oh, thanks." I'm all like, "That's cool. This lady thinks I'm funny." So like, I'm going to be a comedian now. Like, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to be funny. Like, I'm going to be on stage. I'm going to be talking to people, and little did I understand at that time that you have someone who goes around and just instills hope. You meet her, you're going to have hope. You're going to see her, she's going to give you hope. She's going to speak things into you and all that stuff. And one of the greatest transitions for my life that I remember is I was pretty young. I was 19, and I'm expecting a baby. And I have no idea what to do. I have no idea, no concept of fatherhood, because I'm 19. I'm supposed to be, out at city nights in the city. We're supposed to be like driving around in cars and whistling at people and stuff, and this is what you think you're doing at 19 years old, right? Like, it's like, and she looked at me and she told me, "Hey, you're going to be okay, and you're going to be an amazing dad." And I was like, "Okay, what does that mean?" Like, she's like, "All you need to do is remember, just be there. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be there."
I was like, okay. And I took that to heart. And this lady gave me some of the greatest fatherhood moments of my life. Not because she was there, but she instilled that just by speaking that into existence for me. And I held on to her as tight as I could because there aren't many people like that come along in the world that inspire hope in people. Something else she told me, never be afraid of a little color. No idea what that meant, but today I decided to add some color in honor of Holly because don't ever be afraid of a little color. I have no idea what it means, but it felt inspirational and I always held on to that. And that's what I'm always gonna hold dear to me is that she gives people hope. Even on a day like today where it's sad and somber and we're talking about memories of her, everybody is here because she meant something to you. She left you with something. She inspired you to do something. She inspired you to be better. That's who she was, that's who she is, and that's who she'll always be to us. So hold on to those memories, hold on to those hopes that she gave you, hold on to all of those things because that's what's gonna get you through each day. It's okay to fall apart. This is normal, this is part of life, it sucks, but at the same time, I know she's in heaven, probably doing someone's hair right now. You know, adding some color to someone's hair and telling some stories about her daughters, about something, you know, so hold on to the fact that she blessed us all just by speaking to us, just by giving us hope, just by instilling something into us. And for me, that's what I'm gonna hold on to. I love you tremendously. Thank you for just being there. Thank you just for being amazing and helping me become a better person. And I love you. Major love to the girls, to the ladies, my bad, sorry. Because everyone's grown up now, so major love to all the ladies and to all the family and friends. Thank you guys for coming to celebrate, and I hope that we hold on to her memory and carry that with us for the rest of our lives.
Can I move it down?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Beck's best friend. I just want to say a couple of words. I wrote a little bit of something, but it was kind of hard, and it's going to be hard to say it. I find it hard to put it into words to describe someone so amazing. She was more than just a friend. She was support. She was love. She was not only for me, but for my daughter. She became known to both of us. Throughout the years, she never missed an event or a milestone to be there with us. Big or small, with always a genuine joy of heart. She was comfort and she was happiness. It meant the world to know that she genuinely cared not only for me, but for my daughter. Always checking in on us and lifting us up with spirits when we needed it the most. Her kindness and selflessness forged a bond that we will cherish forever. I end this with a little quote. Beneath the ground and endless skies, with every sunrise, your memory flies. And that love endures, unbreakable and true, and our hearts will always hold you. I just want to say, Holly was probably one of the best people that I know. She was there for me in a lot of my hard and dark moments, and she brought me to light. Not only me, but my daughter. She helped me raise my daughter. Mila and her are 2 weeks apart, so she raised them and took care of them for me and Beck. And the first heartbreak was finding out that she had cancer, right? But the unexpected death is even more heartbreaking. And I just want to say, let's just smile for her because that's what she would have wanted. But my heart goes out to not only me, but everybody else, and especially her daughters.
Hi, I'm Antonio, known as Grandson. I remember spending time with her. One thing she would always do is look out for me and be there when we needed her most. Like when my mom was gone, she would be at the house taking care of us, me and Allie. I remember times being at her house with me, Fred, and Allie. We would always argue, get on her nerves, but she would always be there for us, you know. I remember staying up all night, just looking forward to when she would stop by the house every morning a few years ago. But like, what? I know she loved all of us and the relationship she had with us. Sharing the birthday with her was nice because she would always stop by and it would always be a nice time. I just spent like trying to build up courage to come up here, but knowing like I won't see her again is like something that's been hurting me for the past 2 weeks. But I know she lived a nice life and she spent it being a good person. So I just wanted to come up here and say that.
Hello. I'm Kelly, Holly's niece. I'm Joe and Kay's daughter. One of my favorite memories is when I was taking care of my grandma, her mom, and she came over to visit. And when my grandma fell asleep, she came to visit with me. And we were just talking, and somehow the topic of my new face mask came up. And we decided, well, we have time, let's put it on. And it's supposed to be one of those kind where it pulls out all your pores. It didn't do as described, but it was still fun peeling it off together and looking in the mirror at each other. And she brought me so much light and happiness and joy during one of the hardest times of my life. And even afterwards, just spending time with her always just filled my bucket. She wasn't one of those people where you're a drain at the end of the day. Your bucket was overflowing. And she has always made me really happy. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jolene. I'm actually Holly's nurse. She's very inspiring. You know, she's a patient of mine, but she's in pain. She asked me how I'm doing. She gave me the light of my day. She's always smiling, happy, and she prayed for me too. When she prayed, oh my gosh, I always remember her prayer, so powerful. I feel the presence of the Lord, the warmness, the light. Oh, when she pray, her words comes out and flow like it's from God. I thank her and always remember her, who she is. Yes, she does instill hope in everyone. I know everyone here would always remember her, who she is. I thank you, your sister in Christ, and thank you, God, for connecting her to me. She's inspiring. And we will meet you up there and we will be united. I love you, Holly, for who you are and what you did. Thank you. Thank you, God. Love you, God. And condolences to all the family. Your mom is wonderful. Continue her legacy to continue to come toward to the love of the Lord. She wants that from you guys. Take care.
Hi, my name's Katie. I met Holly, also known as Hollywood, is what we called her in beauty school. I went to school with Christina and Trisha and her. The moment I met Holly, she was just this warm feeling. She just embraced you. She was one of the greatest reasons why I continued to go to beauty school, and I didn't. When I got pregnant with my daughter, I wanted to drop out, and she was that person who kept me going and told me I could do it all. She was so positive, and I just want you guys to know that she's loved all over. Everybody loves her. Everybody. She touches everybody she meets. And she made a big impact on me and who I am as a mother. Watching her love for you guys and her grandchildren, there's nobody like her. So my condolences to you guys. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Marisol. I grew up with the girls. I met Holly. I was 14 years old. Michelle and I were best friends. We met in 8th grade. I had a tough life at home, and I never got to tell Holly that. I was so grateful for all of the times that she let me stay there and grow up with the girls and share their room in that Millbrae apartment. Shares one of my favorite memories of us staying up late at night and eating burritos from Alfaro's next door. And her inspiring us, telling us what kind of women we should be, what kind of women we want to be. And if it wasn't for her, I don't think I would be the person that I am today. I loved her dearly, and I didn't get a chance to speak with her the last couple of years. But Holly, thank you. I love you. I'm forever grateful. Her faith definitely was an impression on me of her getting us ready for church on Sundays. I'll never forget it. Us all trying to choose dresses to put them on, and we didn't want to, but we did. I actually go to the church now that she had us going to, and both my kids attend that Church of the Highlands, and I forever think about her every day I walk through that hallway. But I love you guys, and thank you.
Is there anyone else that wants to come up and say a couple things? I think it's evident that we had people from her childhood to her adulthood to even up to her last days that are compelled enough to come up here, and I think that speaks volumes of her character. As many of the speakers stated, God and Christ was very, very essential in Holly's life, and she shared that gift with all that knew her. And Holly loved God, and her Bible was always within arm's reach. And it's comfort for us to know that in her last moments, her Bible was in her hand as she passed on with God. Jesus says in Matthew chapter 11, "Come to me all who are weary, burdened, and I'll give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle, humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." And I picked this scripture specifically because for the speakers that spoke today about Holly's character, I think it's very, very fitting. I spoke earlier about her being selfless with her grandchildren, and her daughters, and her immediate family, but it's very, very evident that she was selfless with anybody that came across her. When me and Michelle came and we're setting this whole thing up, and we looked at the room and we said, okay, this is probably enough. But it's a standing room only. Again, it speaks volumes of the kind of character that Holly was. Though our hearts are very heavy today, we find comfort in the countless memories and the love that she gave us. Holy Spirit will live within each of us, and we love you, Holly, and we love everyone for coming here. So following this ceremony now will come to a conclusion. If you guys would like to follow us to the cemetery, it's just down the street. It's about a 1-minute drive off of Natoma right here. The address is 1201 4th Street. We'll put Holly to rest. Yeah, absolutely, honey. As a husband, I always talk too much, so that's an example of that. So go ahead.
No, it's unexpected. I didn't plan to talk at all, but I think that I just want all of you guys to know every single one of you guys is so important to me. You guys are my family, down to my mom's childhood friends that showed up. So it means so much that you guys came. You guys are an inspiration, and you guys are showing me how to be a better person just by showing up and supporting us girls in this time. And then her nurse coming up here, I will never forget that. I think because of you guys, not only did I grow up with all of you, you're my newest family, actually. And you guys are near and dear. You spent Christmas and holidays together now. I feel so blessed for my mom, but I feel blessed that you guys are my mom's friends and you guys are her family. Thank you guys so much. This is gonna help me move forward. You guys inspire me. That's it. I'm not gonna ramble anymore, but I wanted to say thank you guys so much. After we go down to the cemetery, you guys are more than welcome to come back to our house. We're gonna have food there. We're gonna have everything if you guys are up to it. I love you guys. I love you too. Thank you guys. And Katie and her, thank you guys, all of you.
I had the note for the food, see? I wrote down not to forget.
I got a little nervous.
It's all right. No, listen, my wife is not a public speaker. She is not like to be the center of attention at all. So for her to get up and say anything, that was not planned. So again, yeah. Yeah, just like, her nurse and her students from Paul Mitchell, again, it's really amazing. So again, yeah, we're going to go down there. We're probably about 10, 15 minutes. You'll see us caravan down there. We'd love to have you guys all there. And again, as Michelle said, please, you guys are more than welcome to come to our home. We'll have food and we can just hang out and just kind of be with each other during this time. So thank you so much. God bless everybody, and we'll see you down there shortly.
Tell me, what does it look like in heaven? Is it peaceful? Is it free like they say? Does the sun shine bright forever? Have your fears and your pain gone away? 'Cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you're dancing in the sky. I hope you're singing in the angels' choir. And I hope the angels know what they have. I bet it's so nice up in heaven since you arrived. So tell me, what do you do up in heaven? All your days filled with love and light. Is there music? Is there art and invention? Tell me, are you happy? Are you more alive? 'Cause here on earth it feels And I hope the angels know what they have. Our bed is so nice up in heaven since you arrived. I hope you're dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing in the angels' choir, and I hope the angels know what they have. Our bed is so nice up in heaven since you arrived, since you arrived.
Sunday mornings were your favorite. I used to meet you down on Woods Creek Road. You did your hair up like you were famous, even though it's only church where we were going. Now, Sunday mornings I just sleep in. It's like I buried my faith with you. I'm screaming at the God I don't know if I believe in, 'cause I don't know what else I can do. I'm still holding on to everything that's dead and gone. I don't wanna say goodbye, 'cause this one means forever. Now you're in the stars, and 6 feet's never felt so far. Here I am alone between the heavens and the embers. Oh, it hurts so hard. For a million different reasons, you took the best of my heart and left the rest in pieces. Digging through your old birthday letters, a crumpled 20